So we will be now talking about basics of marginal costing. Some part we have already seen: sales less variable cost, we got contribution, less fixed cost is your profit. For this, I just need to explain to you with an example, which example I normally give in all the classes. Assume that there is a small shop which sells cigarettes, and one packet he is buying at rupees 25, he is selling at rupees 30. Therefore, each packet he is making how much? Venus, how much he is making each packet? This is a purchase price,
5 rupees.
5 rupees. He is making 5 rupees. Now, at the beginning of the day, in his shop, so that people can just light it up, he dangles a rope. This is a rope which he purchases for 25 rupees each day, and each day he will replace it with one new rope. So, when he sells one packet, can he say that he has made a profit? Can you say that he has made a profit? Can you say, has he made a profit of 5 rupees for the day?
No.
No. Why? Because he has also spent 25. If he recovers this, then only he can, after that, whatever he's going to make is good. So, how many packets he has to sell to recover this also? 25 rupees he has to recover per packet, 5 rupees. Because by selling, he's got 5. But he is going to recover, he has to recover this also. Therefore, he has to sell how many packets? How many packets he has to sell?
Five
Venus?
packets.
Huh? 5
Five packets.
packets, right? Now, in terms of sales, if I have to tell this, how many packets? 25 by 5, 5 packets. But in terms of sales, into selling price is how much? 30. That means if he sells, makes a sale of 150 rupees, then he recovers that 25 also. Now, he wants not only, he wants a profit also now. So he wants to recover the 25, plus he wants a profit of another 25. So how many packets he has to sell? Again, by 5 per packet, you will get total of how many packets? 10 packets. So if he sells 10 packets, he is able to recover not only the 25 of the rope cost, also the profit that he is making. And what is the sales value? Again, multiplied by 30. That means, sorry, that 30, that is rupees 300 rupees of sales. If he makes, he not only recovers the rope cost, plus he makes a profit of 25. Right. Now, if I write like this, so now try to understand in marginal terms what I'm going to say. This is fixed cost. This is 5 rupees. This is contribution. This is his selling price. This 25 is the variable cost. This is his fixed cost. All notes is there, so listen carefully. Notes is already there, so you can use the notes. Selling price is this. So therefore, we have seen selling price, variable cost, fixed cost. So if I have to find out how much packet he has to sell to recover at least his cost, that point is called break even point in packets. Break even point in packets. Therefore, that formula is fixed cost divided by contribution per packet. So I forgot to mention this, contribution per packet. Contribution per packet. Break even point in units, 5 packets, is equal to fixed cost divided by contribution per packet. And what is this? This is break even point again. Break even point in sales. Break even point in sales. This is break even point in packets. This is break even point in sales. Now, if he wants to make an additional profit, therefore, this is your fixed cost plus desired profit, and this is contribution per packet. Therefore, he gets the number of packets he has to sell to get a desired profit of 25. Now, that if you get in terms of sales, that is a sales value for desired profit. Okay. Next, we wrote fixed cost. Fixed cost divided by contribution per unit is equal to break even point in packets. And what did I tell? If you want to make it in value, therefore break even point in packets multiplied by selling price is equal to fixed cost by contribution by units into selling price, because to this you are multiplying that. So this part we are multiplying. So here also I'm multiplying. I'm just multiplying here selling price, same thing here selling price, right? Alternatively, this is equal to fixed cost divided by, bring it down, contribution by unit divided by selling price. Right? Now, this ratio, contribution by selling price, which is also coming here. Actually, I will write like this. This is sales per unit, per unit, per unit. Okay. So contribution divided by sales, contribution divided by sales is a ratio, right? That ratio is called PV ratio. That ratio is called PV ratio. Therefore, if you want to find break even point in sales, you can also find out fixed cost, this fixed cost. This FC is fixed cost divided by PV ratio. So if you have PV ratio, you can find out. You can find out this. So break even point in sales, you can find out if you have PV ratio also, fixed cost divided by PV ratio. Okay. Now, again, we are looking at PV ratio further. PV ratio, what did we say? Is contribution per unit divided by selling price. So in our case, my contribution was 5, selling price was 30 into 100. So how much is it? Tell me how much is a percentage? 5. So it is approximately 16.67. Now, just understand this. It is per unit. But suppose it is for 100 units. Will my PV ratio change? It will not change. Therefore, irrespective of the number of quantities, your PV ratio is not going to change. PV ratio is constant. PV ratio is constant. So this is something which is what we need to understand. Now, margin of safety is equal to your number of quantity that you sell minus break even point quantity. Break even point quantity, how much you got? 5 packets. If you sell 10 packets, your margin of safety is 10 packets minus 5 packets. In terms of this, is in terms of quantity. Margin of safety in terms of sales is nothing but, for this, what is the sales value? 300 minus 150. Therefore, 150 is your margin of safety in terms of sales. In terms of sales value, if you find out. Okay. So these are some of the basic things that we needed to tell you. I will send you the notes. You can go through it. Even this I will send you. So don't worry about it. This one also working. I will show it, send it to you by WhatsApp so that you can get it in your, at least understand this properly. And then I will send you the notes also. In the next class, we will be discussing marginal costing. Before that, I want you to try problem number 1 before the next class. Problem number 1 and problem number 2. Two problems. Problem number 1 and problem number 2. 1 and 2, please try by Friday. Problem number 1, problem number 2. Whatever we have discussed, more or less everything is available there. Okay, as much as possible, please try it out. Problem number 1 and problem number 2 of marginal costing. Okay.